God's Grandeur by Gerard, Manley, Hopkins. The world is charged with the grandeur of God. It will flame out like the shining from the shook foils. It gathers to a greatness like the ooze of oil crushed. Why do men then now not reckon his rod? Generations have tried, have tried, have tried, and all that is sheared with trade, bared, smeared with troiled, and wears man's smudge and shares man's smell. The soil is bare now, nor can foot feel being sawed. And now, for all this, nature is never spent. There lives the dearest freshness deep down things. And although the last nights off the black west went, O morning at the brown brisk eastward springs, because the Holy Ghost over the bent world brooms with the warm breast and with the bright wings. Theme. Notice that the title states God's Grandeur must be a religion poem. Grandeur means magnificent, so magnificent God. Also, it's a religious poem because it names the Holy Ghost. Hopkins is trying to emphasize that the whole universe is an expression of God's greatness that humans fail to recognize. Also, Hopkins points out that he views himself differently from humans. He loves nature and praises it. Also, Hopkins talks about how humans treat nature and other people with a lack of respect and love. Hopkins claims that the consequences of how we treat our home, earth, or people are bad because we can change it if we really want to. Even though humans abuse and mistreat earth, God forgives us and gives us another chance each and every day to change our old ways. Form. God's Grandeur follows the basic form of an Italian sonnet. An Italian sonnet has 14 lines. 8 in the first section, called the octave, with rhyming patterns of A, B, B, A, B, B, A. And 6 lines in the second section, called the centad, with rhyming patterns of C, D, C, D, C, D. Also notice how Hopkins divides the 2 stanzas. There is a contrast between the first and second stanza, which follows. The first line from the first stanza starts off with, "The world is charged with the grandeur of God," meaning that the earth is renewed with God's love and power. The poem continues to talk how we humans do not value our home, earth. The rest of the stanza states all the bad things we do to nature, such as abusing it by polluting it with industries and littering. The second stanza starts off with, "And for all this, nature is never spent." This line contrasts from the first stanza. It states that even though we abuse nature, God forgives us. Each and every day, nature dies at night, but comes back to life in the morning with God's help. tone. The tone of this poem is angry and disappointed with humans' behavior towards their home. Hopkins writes this poem in a formal dictation. Notice that in the first stanza, line 4, Hopkins puts the word crushed in a different line. And on line 5, he repeats the words trod 3 times, meaning tried. Take a look at the second stanza. On line 14, Hopkins emphasizes the word with an exclamation point, meaning a fresh new start. I hope you enjoy this poem. Thank you.